Blood might be thicker than water, but in the hallowed halls of Buckingham Palace, the weight of the crown is heavier than any family bond, forcing two princesses into a choice that no daughter should ever have to make. Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie are currently standing at a devastating crossroads, caught between their private devotion to their father and the cold, hard reality of their public survival. Hello, dear viewers, and thank you for joining us today as we explore this deeply personal and highly complex royal crisis. Before we dive into the heart of this family tragedy, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on the stories that shape our world. For years, the York sisters have been seen as the bridge between the old guard of the monarchy and a more modern, relatable royal family. However, that bridge is currently under immense pressure, creaking under the weight of scandals they did not create but are forced to carry. Insiders close to the family suggest that while the public sees two composed, professional young women behind closed doors, they are aghast and in horror at the situation they find themselves in. They are reportedly maintaining a private loyalty to their parents, Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson, while being forced to maintain a calculated, icy distance in the public eye. It is a double life that is becoming increasingly unsustainable. The situation has reached a boiling point because of the toxic nature of Prince Andrew's current standing. Once the hero of the Falklands War and a favorite son of the late Queen Elizabeth II, the Duke of York is now a man whose name is synonymous with one of the darkest scandals in modern history. As more files regarding Jeffrey Epstein are unsealed and new details emerge, the stain on the York family name deepens. For Beatrice and Eugenie, this isn't just a matter of family dinners and holiday gatherings. It is a direct threat to their careers, their reputations, and their very status at the court of King Charles III. Recent reports indicate that the sisters have been given key tips on how to handle the ongoing fallout. In the world of the British monarchy, key tips is often code for strict PR directives from the palace's communications team. There is a growing sense among royal watchers that the sisters are becoming pawns in a much larger game of reputation management. Every word they speak, every event they attend, and every smile they flash for the cameras is being scrutinized and, quite possibly, dictated by advisors who are more concerned with the survival of the institution than the emotional well-being of two daughters. They are, in many ways, puppets in a play where the script is written by people who view their father as a liability that must be neutralized. This brings us to what many are calling the William factor. As the future king of the United Kingdom, Prince William has made it abundantly clear that he has no room for sentimentality when it comes to the protection of the monarchy. He is a man who values duty and integrity above all else, and he reportedly harbors a deep-seated intolerance for anything that brings the crown into disrepute. If Beatrice and Eugenie are seen to be too close to their father, or if they appear to be defending the indefensible, the consequences will be swift and permanent. William is known to be decisive. If he feels the York sisters are a risk to the future stability of the throne, he will not hesitate to close the doors of the palace to them forever. This is the tragedy of two sisters who are effectively being made to pay for the sins of their father. But how did it come to this? To understand the depth of their predicament, we must look at the specific roles these women hold. Take Princess Eugenie, for example. She is the co-founder of the Anti-Slavery Collective, a respected charity that works tirelessly to end modern slavery and human trafficking. This includes the very sex trafficking that Jeffrey Epstein was convicted of. The irony is as sharp as a razor. How can Eugenie continue her vital work as a champion for victims of trafficking while her own father was a close associate of a man who orchestrated such horrors? The silence she is forced to maintain is not just awkward, it is professionally paralyzing. Every time she speaks about her charity, there is an unspoken question hanging in the air, a question that threatens to undermine everything she has worked for. To shed light on the psychological toll this takes, we turn to the insights of experts like Dr. Linda Papadopoulos, a renowned chartered counseling and health psychologist. Dr. Papadopoulos explains that children in these situations often suffer from associative shame. This is a heavy emotional burden where individuals feel judged and stigmatized for actions they did not commit. Beatrice and Eugenie are not just dealing with a father who made mistakes. They are dealing with a global scandal that has redefined their family narrative. They are being judged by the world for a history they did not write. The advice given to the sisters by psychological experts is clear but difficult to implement. They must focus on differentiation. This means learning to emotionally separate their own identities from the reputation of their family. They are being urged to set firm personal boundaries, to be clear about what is theirs and what belongs to their parents. As author Ellie Fennell points out, the task of adulthood is not to erase family history, but to develop a personal identity that sits alongside it rather than being consumed by it. For Beatrice and Eugenie, this means consistently sending a message, both through their actions and their silence, that says, "I am not responsible for this." Practically, this involves a very difficult balancing act. It means surrounding themselves with people who know them as individuals, not just as Andrew's daughters. It means resisting the urge to over-defend or over-explain their father's actions, as doing so only drags them deeper into the mire. When an identity is internally anchored, the associations of the past lose some of their power. But in the high-stakes world of the royal family, where your identity is public property, staying internally anchored is easier said than done. The York family has always been a tight-knit unit. Sarah Ferguson, despite her own past scandals, has remained fiercely loyal to Andrew, and the sisters have grown up in an environment where family loyalty was paramount. But that loyalty is now being tested in a way that is almost cruel. The strains on their relationships, as one insider put it, are reaching a breaking point. They are just about holding it together, but the pressure from the palace, the pressure from the public, and the weight of their own consciences are creating a perfect storm. As we look toward the future, the question remains, can Beatrice and Eugenie survive this? Can they carve out a space for themselves in King Charles's slimmed-down monarchy? Or will they be cast aside as relics of a troubled era? They are, in many eyes, the innocent victims of a war they didn't start. They are young mothers, wives, and hard-working individuals who simply want to live their lives without the shadow of the past looming over every move they make. The plight of the York sisters is a reminder that even the most privileged lives are not immune to the devastating consequences of family dysfunction. They are navigating a minefield of public perception and private grief, trying to honor their parents while protecting their children's future. It is a saga that continues to unfold, with every new headline adding a fresh layer of complexity to their struggle. What do you think about the impossible choice facing Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie? Do you believe they should distance themselves entirely from their father to save their own reputations? Or is family loyalty something that should never be broken, no matter the cost? It is a heartbreaking dilemma, and we would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Let's show these young women some support as they navigate these incredibly difficult waters. Thank you for spending your time with us today and for engaging with this deeply moving story. If you found this analysis insightful, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with others who follow the journeys of the royal family. Your support helps us continue to bring you in-depth coverage of the stories that matter. Don't forget to subscribe for more updates on the crown and the people who live within its shadow. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video. Until then, take care.